We are here at LaxCon 2020, excited to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we're joined by Daryl Seibel from World Lacrosse. Daryl, this is such an exciting time for World Lacrosse. You guys are here getting a chance to really tout all of the things you've done in the last year. It's almost hard to keep track of.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you. You're right, it is great to be here. We had a terrific year in 2019, and really for us, that's just prelude and preparatory for what we know will be another great year in 2020.
Talk about some of the things that you guys have accomplished in this year. You went through a whole rebranding process and then also 2 big world championships.
Well, when we were with you a year ago at this event, we were the Federation of International Lacrosse. And as of May 2019, we became World Lacrosse. That was an effort that was supported fully by our board of directors, ultimately very well received by the international sport community. So as of May, we're World Lacrosse. And then, as you say, we went right from that to 2 world championships, our women's U19 in Peterborough, Ontario, and our men's indoor in Langley, British Columbia. Both of those events were the largest ever for those disciplines. So,
and it's such a busy year. It's a unique year because you have the world indoors along with another outdoor world championships. I can imagine with the Olympic push and everything else, it was a busy year for you guys.
When you say unique, you mean nonstop.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was a great year for lacrosse internationally. And you know, when we look at those 2 world championships, the women's U19 and the men's indoor, not only were they the largest ever for those disciplines, we had new teams participating, we had new entrants. So that speaks to the growth of the sport globally, that speaks to what's happening. And yes, you point to the, by the way, happy Olympic year, 2020
yes,
being an Olympic year.
Yeah, we do.
That is our long-term ambition, but there's a ton of work we're doing right now as an international federation to prepare for that day when lacrosse is back in the Olympic Games.
So let's look ahead to 2020 here. 2020 is the U19 Men's World Championship coming up over in Ireland. How important is that for the continued growth of the sport?
Every time we have an opportunity as World Lacrosse to host a World Championship, it's a major, major moment for the sport. We have 5 disciplines right now for which we stage World Championships. As you rightly point out, this summer is the men's U19. The work being done to prepare for that event in Limerick is outstanding. And Michael Kennedy with Ireland Lacrosse and our partners there, they're doing a great job. We would encourage anybody who has an opportunity to come to Limerick this summer for that event to do so. It'll be special.
Yeah, why not make the opportunity to go to Ireland, a fun place to go visit?
Well, and when you look at the athletes who will be in that event, if and when we are successful in moving lacrosse into the Olympic Games, it's that generation of players that will likely benefit from that opportunity.
So we look ahead, and that's Olympics is the buzzword in lacrosse right now, is looking ahead to maybe 2028 in those Olympic Games as a goal. What do you do here in 2020 to continue that push? What are the key initiatives for World Lacrosse?
Grow, grow, grow. We have an outstanding development committee led by Bob DeMarco and Rick Mercurio. That group, supported at the staff level by TJ Buchanan from our organization, they're focused entirely on growing lacrosse around the world. As we sit here today, we have 65 countries that are members of World Lacrosse. That number has grown significantly over the last decade, more than 200%. But we're not taking our foot off the gas pedal. 65 today, on our way to 100 someday.
What's the goal of a number that makes you really relevant in terms of the broader sport? Because I know you've been so involved with the Olympics throughout your career.
When you look at sports that are on the Olympic program, particularly on the summer side, most have at least 100 countries that are members of their international federation. Now, that's not a hard and fast rule. That's not a hard and fast requirement to ultimately make your way into the Olympic Games. But for us, we look at the growth of the game thus far. We look at where we are today, 65. We have a few close to coming on board. We think 100 is attainable. We're not putting a specific time frame against that, but we know we can get to 100.
And your own athletic career, I know you've got some great stories from high school football.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about. We probably don't have enough time, and also I don't think many of your viewers want to look at black and white film, so we'll table that one for now.
Daryl, we appreciate the time. We love everything that you guys are doing in World Lacrosse to continue to grow the game internationally. It's been incredible to watch. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Before I go, I'd be remiss if we didn't thank you and Rob Wallace and the entire team at LSN. We talked about the success of our 2 world championships this summer. They were very, very successful. A big part of that was the broadcast coverage we were able to deliver for both of those events. Far more extensive than anything we've had in the past. Wouldn't have happened without LSN.
Well, we appreciate that, and we love the partnership. We hope we can continue this, and maybe Ireland. It would be a fun place to go visit.
We'll see you there.
All right. Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you.